Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint Germain family. In today's video, we'll be discussing what's left once again for Paris Saint Germain in the transfer window. We've obviously signed Matvei Safarov, Desiree Doué, Willian Pacho, and João Neves. All of these have been confirmed, but Paris Saint Germain are still looking for more additions. Obviously, we're still trying to offload a lot of players, including Danilo Pereira, Nordi Mukiele, Carlos Soler, Manu Ugarte, which will give us funds to help with these upcoming players. And here, the position Paris Saint Germain are looking to strengthen: striker, winger, backup fullback, and potentially a midfielder. Let's start with backup fullback. The main name that I've been seeing going around when it comes to reports is Locko from Stade de Brest. He was obviously one of Ligue 1's best left backs, if not the best last season. And Paris Saint Germain are looking to sign him. He's French as well, so suits with the French Parisian project. We still don't know how much it would be available, but I would guess anywhere from 15 up to 25 million. Paris Saint Germain are strictly looking at him as a backup to Nuno Mendes, which Lucha has been asking for a very long time. But there's a second name in Guilherme Arana from the Brazilian league. Obviously, we've seen reports from that very early on in this window. We haven't seen any updates, but as I've always mentioned, Paris Saint Germain were always after their priorities, such as João Neves and Desiree Doué. But now that that's finalized, we may come back to Guilherme Arana. When it comes to the midfield spot, there aren't that any concrete links. I'm just saying this as a potential thing because I've seen some reports about it. Even though we've already signed João Neves and Desiree Doué, there's still a very small likelihood of another additional midfielder being signed. And one of the names is Manu Kone, for example. But I don't see this happening. Let's move on to winger. When it comes to the winger position, there's only one concrete name, and that is Jadon Sancho of Manchester United. We've been after him for a very long time so far this summer, and it looks like a deal is very soon and imminent to be happening. We're obviously negotiating with United for Manu Ugarte as well, and it looks like both deals will be finalized at the same time, with both clubs pushing for the two respective players. Jadon Sancho already has a mutual agreement with Paris Saint Germain, and all that is left is Paris Saint Germain and United to find a transfer fee. But recent reports have dropped, which is great news for us Paris Saint Germain fans, because those reports have mentioned that a possible loan with an option or an obligation to buy could be happening with Jadon Sancho. If we take the obligation, for example, what that helps us is that we save the money from Jadon Sancho spending on him this summer, and we can save that for maybe another player, the striker and Locko and so on. If it's an option to buy, we save that money and we don't take a risk, because if Jadon Sancho comes here and we see he's not good enough, then we can return him. We still don't know if it will be an option to buy or an obligation, or maybe we even pay the full price. But at the moment, the very positive news that it could be a loan. I would have to guess obligation, because United, we want to get rid of Jadon Sancho. And lastly but not least, the striker position, and it's obviously Victor Osimhen, who Paris Saint Germain have been after, I would say, since the beginning of the summer, and even last summer we were linked with him, and he's 100% set to leave Napoli, even with the sporting director coming out and saying Osimhen will leave the club because he is willing to leave. Dimarts has also reported that Osimhen is only talking and wanting Paris Saint Germain. He does not want Chelsea. He doesn't want to lower his wage. He doesn't want to go on a loan, and he does not want to play the Champions League, and that's why Paris Saint Germain is a perfect place for him. Obviously, we've seen the reports that Luis Enrique would rather go into the season with the current players such as Gonzalo Ramos and Randal Colomani instead of taking another risk as we did with Randal Colomani last summer. But Campos is still pushing, Osimhen is pushing, and all it depends on at the moment is if Napoli can drop their price tag to the price that Paris Saint Germain are willing and are able to pay. But if Victor Osimhen does not come, Paris Saint Germain in the final days could make a deal for Victor Gyökeres from Sporting Lisbon. He's obviously also been on the list for a very long time. Campos likes him. We have a great relationship with Sporting Lisbon, and he obviously also has a release clause, I believe, for 110 million euros. And that could potentially be activated if Osimhen doesn't come. But I'm very sure that if Paris Saint Germain has that kind of amount of money, which I do believe it has, they will make Osimhen a Paris Saint Germain player. So, towards the end of the window, these are the three players I could see Paris Saint Germain sign: Victor Osimhen, Locko, and Jadon Sancho. Let me know in the comments down below, would you guys be happy with these three names? Are these enough? I'm very happy with these names. I would be content with this summer transfer window. It depends also how we sell the players for the rest of the summer, but it's definitely improving from the beginning of June and July and so on. That's been it from your boy PSG. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button. And as usual, allez Paris.